Hello YouTube and welcome to Fix It Sama channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a copper coil alcohol stove made of mason jar and a 1/4-inch copper tube. Okay guys, here's what we need. A broomstick, 99% alcohol, some lantern wicks, some silicone. I'm using this kind of silicone that it resists up to 500 Fahrenheit. Some mason jars. You could use any mason jar as long that it has a metallic cover. And 1/4-inch copper tube like this one. You would need around 1.5 foot piece like this. Okay guys, since this is a large stick, we don't need to fill up our tube with anything, sand or anything else, so it doesn't get kinked. So all what we have to do is hold around 4-inch from this side and we start twisting. As you see, when I'm turning, the tube is still intact and I did not damage the tube yet. So now all what's left to do is to push them together gently. And there you go. Just a few adjustments. And as you see, the tube is still intact. So the drill bit that I would be using is the one that has the same size as the copper tube, which is a 1/4-inch size. Alright, as you guys can see, I've made a hole in here in the center and I've used the smallest drill bit. So now all what's left to do is to put the silicone around from both sides, the inside and the outside, and simply cut the lantern wick like this, and we're ready for a test. So now if it's too thick, what you could do is just simply remove some like this. That should be enough. And twist, and it's gonna fit smoothly. So now I'm gonna measure and see. Yeah, so it's about here right now, which is perfect. We're gonna do the same thing for the other side. So there you go. So I got this cap over here. We're gonna cut it into half, and this will help us to light our stove. Okay, so this is exactly what we need. As you can see the difference. Okay, so this one is gonna go exactly under here. Like this. Now that I've put silicone all over on both sides like this, all what's left to do is to wait for it till it dries, and we're ready to make the test. Okay, so after filling up some alcohol in this cap over here, so now we're ready to try it out. As you see, we're starting to have a small flame over here. So as you see, the cap helped me to start the stove, and I didn't need to overheat it with the torch. And as you see, guys, our alcohol stove is working perfectly. We've got like 3 to 4 inches of flame. You can easily boil water and do some emergency stuff. And with the amount of alcohol that I got inside here, it should last around 3 to 4 hours. And by the way, if you want to turn it off or back on, simply just blow on the flame. And if you want to turn it back on, just let it up like this, it's gonna light up. You only have to use the cap only if you leave it on the side off for like half an hour. Then you're gonna have to do the procedure as we did the first time, which is fill up a bit of alcohol in here and start it back on. And there you go, guys. As you can see, the flame is very stable and it spreads all over the pan on the bottom. This stove is perfect for an emergency situation or a survival situation. And as you can see, the water is starting to boil in less than 5 minutes. Alright, so to be able to make the small circle, what we need to do is to fill up our copper tube. You can use sand, you can use salt. In my case, I'm going to be using regular salt. So what we need to do is to block this side like this. Anyways, we're going to cut it later on. And then we're going to fill up the whole tube with salt. That's it. And then what we're gonna do also, we're gonna lock it like this. So now if I bend my tube any way I like, it would not kink and get damaged. Okay, so the second step is we're gonna use our broomstick, as you see over here. And then if you're not feeling comfortable doing this, try to use a vise. It will help you a lot. Just put the stick like this and you can just twist and turn. It's going to be a lot more comfortable. And as you see, just by filling it up with salt, it's so easy to bend. There you go, and simply just push them towards each other like this. And as you see, we got our circle and it's perfect and it didn't get kinked anywhere. It's so smooth and that's exactly what we need. So as you guys can see, these are my two models, the big circle and the small one. This one I haven't emptied the salt yet because I want to make the hole in here, and I'm going to use the smallest triplet, and then I'm going to cut both sides, empty the salt that's inside, make sure that it's completely empty, and then we are ready to install it on the mason jar. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on the Fix It Samo one word, and we will see you next time.